Hey, what's going on, guys? Just giving you a quick video on, well, basically some of the myths of a math class. I know that for some of you, you may feel like, maybe your first time, but I'm guaranteeing that it's probably not. You've had some math experience at some point. The only way I see it, if you're taking your first math class would be probably when you were like 5 or 6. That's like the only time. But as you get older and up in age, a lot of times, I've often heard students say, well, this is what my first math class, a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, I don't think it is. But only they would know whether or not it is. But just want to give you some of the myths of a math class. Well, first one would be, well, that math class is hard. I know a lot of students say as soon as they hear any kind of math class, it's hard. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. Kind of depends on your perception. Um, it can definitely be challenging for sure. Your math class, whatever math class you're in, be it a basic math class, even up to something as advanced as like, well, advanced calculus, abstract algebra, things like that. But they're more challenging and can be tedious than hard. It really depends on your effort level. A lot of times we go into a math class because we either fear the class or we just don't like math in general. We go in with this attitude of, well, I don't really like it, so I'm not going to really put all my effort into it. And then, of course, you have those that expect to still get a top-notch grade, even though they don't put their whole effort into it. Well, it really doesn't depend on what the class is, because a lot of times you can put in a lot of effort whatever you do. So if you don't put in as much effort, then you're going to get the same kind of return. If you don't put in a lot of effort, you're not going to get a lot of return. But if you put in a lot of effort, then you're pretty sure you're going to get a lot of lot in return with the effort you put in. So that's one of the myths of a math class, that is hard. Really it's only as hard as you make it. It really is only as hard as you make it. All right, the second one, of course, is I have to memorize formulas. That's another myth. Math class is not about memorizing formulas. That's the first thing, or one of the first things students go into class. As soon as they encounter one, get registered in one, whatever the case is, I have to memorize a lot of formulas, be it anything in pre-cal, anything in calculus, even anything in basic math or in algebra. That's where a lot of it starts. But that's furthest from the truth. It's not about memorizing formulas, but it is, however, about recognizing patterns. If you look and see what kind of patterns that go on, then you tend to grasp and see what's going on. That only happens when you practice. When you practice more and more and more and more. I mean, that's in anything in life. It doesn't have to be a math class. It could be, whatever you have a passion for. As long as you continue to practice and you continue to work at it, you will get better. So just like, okay, let's take an example of Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry is one of the best shooters, one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA. I like to use this example a lot. Now, of course, a lot of people thinking like, oh yeah, he's great, he's great, he's great. Yeah, he's great because he puts in practice. Just like Allen Iverson said back then when he was at the press conference. Yes, it is about practice. We're talking about practice. Yes, practice. Not a game, practice. But that's how you get better at something. So if you continue to practice and you start to see the patterns, and let's say if you're taking, like, again with Steph Curry, he notices the patterns in how he shoots. As long as he continues that same pattern, he's going to get the same result. That's what happens. So he's continuing with that motion, he's going to make a lot of threes. Trust me, he's going to have a high percentage. No matter where he is on the floor, he's going to be able to hit them. So in a math class, as long as you recognize the patterns, you're going to see how a lot of stuff is done. That's how you see a lot of postulates, a lot of your formulas pretty much get created, is because there was a repetition that went on. So when somebody saw the repetition, they said, oh, okay, as long as this goes the same exact way, this is how it should go. All right. So it's not about memorizing formulas. It's about recognizing patterns. Once you recognize the pattern, you're good to go. Trust me, memorizing formulas is never fun. Memorizing anything is really never fun. But as long as you continue the pattern, you pretty much see how it's going to work out. So there's another method. So don't memorize, just recognize the pattern. That's all you got to do. And of course, your third and last one, because I'm going to make this short. This third and last one is, I often hear this a lot. a lot from any students that come into my class. I hear this a lot. I'm not good at math. I hear it all the time. I'm not good at math. I always joke about this, but I always tell the students, I'm like, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Everybody's good at some form of math. Learning math and well, another thing is about having a good relationship with it. Nobody's saying that you have to be an expert at it. Nobody is really expressing that you really have to be good at it. Nobody says that. Because that's the first thing. It's like, okay, I'm not good at math. So a lot of times in the back of their minds, like, well, I'm not good at math. Please take mercy on me. It's like you put the effort in and you practice it. Trust me, you become better at it. That's really where it comes from. I never believe that anybody's not good at math. You're going to have some inclination of it. Not saying that you're going to be the best at it. Nobody's saying that, but nobody's asking for that. You're good at math, no matter what level it is. It's just a matter of how am I putting the work in? How am I putting the effort in? How am I studying it? And how am I recognizing the patterns? And that's how you do. And then you can make it a personal challenge for yourself. And that's really where it actually becomes more worthy to you, is when you make it a personal challenge to yourself. It's like, okay, I know I'm not good at something. Let me see if I can become better at it. Not necessarily an expert at it, not necessarily the best at it, but let me become better at it. Have some kind of relationship with it. Because here's the thing, no matter what you do in life, no matter what it is, and this is where I always find this funny. I always find this funny. When anytime you go into a restaurant and you get a check, you could be amongst friends or you can be by yourself. You get the check back, right, from the waiter, okay? You look at it, you may see something wrong, make sure everything is calculated. Of course, you're going to ask questions, right? But as soon as either gratuity is wrong or the tax is wrong, whatever the case is, you know what happens? You become instant mathematician right then and there. As soon as something is wrong, no matter what the numbers are, of course, we're all like, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at math. But as soon as some of the numbers don't look right, we become instant mathematicians. Instant. So we know what numbers look like. We know how the numbers should be, especially when it comes to being charged something, be it for a service, be it for maybe, okay, in this case, tuition, when you're dealing with college classes. So you're going to know what it looks like, how it should be based on the information that you're given. So as soon as something is wrong, a lot of times, a lot of us look at it and we become instant mathematician. All of a sudden, like I said, we say we're not good at math, but we're good at it as soon as something comes back wrong. So that lets me know that anytime a student tells me I'm not good at math, you're lying to me, because you are good at some aspect of it. And you can treat mathematics, no matter what it is, because just like music, we all like different genres of music. Math is the same way. It's universal, just like music is. Just pick your different genres of math that you like. Because you're going to have some that like geometry. You're going to like some that like statistics. You're going to like some that just like just algebra. So it's different levels to it. So pick those that you like and that you enjoy. All right. So just wanted to give you those few myths of math classes. And, there'll be other, videos down the line where I give you a few other stuff that, you can watch out for. All right. But of course, subscribe down below. More videos are coming, and just, well, when it comes to practice, well, practice, yeah. So when it comes to your math classes, practice, 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 study, 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 and I guarantee you will become better at the craft. All right. Have that relationship with math. We'll talk soon. All right. Y'all be good. Take care of each other, and we'll love each other. All right. And study that math. All right. Next time.